All right, today we are going to be installing my new Billet Works shifter here. This is one of the aluminum shifters. This is in the red and black, and it's got little orange spots on it, so I thought that'd be perfect for this car, since the interior is black with red accents and the car's orange. So I thought I would change out the stock shift knob to this one. I'm not really crazy about the stock shift knob, but it should be easy to get it off. All you do to remove it is turn it counterclockwise. I know that might not mean much to the millennials, but clocks used to spin, in a certain direction. They weren't all digital. But just take that off. It twists off very easily. They don't put it on very hard at the factory. They just get it aligned. All right, now that we have that off, first thing we're going to do is take the nut they give you and put that down on the shaft. We said shaft. All right, that's all the way on. Now next, what you would be doing is you would be taking that little top part that I showed you in the picture earlier and putting that on now, but I was messing around in the house and I got it in there and can't get it out. But that doesn't matter, because when you're adjusting it, that's probably going to happen anyway. So now let's just take the knob with that piece in it and screw it on. And the way we have it right now, it'll be all the way down, so it won't line up properly. It doesn't line up at all. And also, I'm seeing another little problem here. I don't know if you can see it from the side, from where you're looking, but it's not covering all of the shift knob. When you have the stock one on there, it covers all of the silver part of the shift knob, which is the part not meant to be seen. This doesn't, and it's all the way down. Now, to adjust this, to get it to where it fits properly, I would have to raise this nut up some, which is going to make it cover the silver part right here even less. So that's not good. Yeah, so there I got it closer to fitting, but it's covering even less of that than it would normally. But it's all the way down. So that is not good. I can't handle that. My OCD would go crazy when you can see part that you shouldn't see. So this right now is a fail. Now, I can't think of anything what could I do here? Well, this nut is pretty thick. Maybe if I did away with the nut completely, maybe we can hope it'll line up. Let's look and see. Let's try it without that nut, because that nut just allows you to adjust it. It doesn't really hold it in place. If you tighten it on fully, it'll stay in place. Oh, it's just like a quarter of a turn from being straight, but now it is covering all the gear shift. So I'd have to do something to bring it about a quarter turn up. Maybe we can find a washer or something to put under it that will go over the threads, but not go over the bottom part of that shaft. Let's try that. Let's see if that helps. We're trying to get creative here, because if we can't, my OCD is going to make me send this back. Okay, I couldn't find a washer the right size, and I don't want to go to the hardware store right now, but I did find a plastic spacer. I've got a lot of plastic spacers around that I actually reamed out, so that it will fit down over, but not slide down over the actual bottom part of the shaft. So let's put that on there and see if that works. Just going to twist it on. It's just plastic. You're not going to hurt your threads with it. In fact, I get it on there part way. I can probably put the knob on, and the knob will force it down. And hopefully we'll hit the bottom, allow it to cover all the shaft it's supposed to cover, but take a quarter turn off of it so that it tightens aligned. I'm starting to wish I'd gotten a ball with no printing on it now. But then how would I know what gears to go into? All right, I've got it down pretty much. Let's see. Can I get it straight? And I'm just damaging plastic here. I'm compressing that plastic by tightening this. And there, it's tight. And it's covering everything on the side. So I ended up not needing this. I just ended up creating my own little spacer down there, and it's on there tight. It ain't coming off. I'd have to try to pry it off because I pushed it on there pretty hard. And if it ever does start to come loose, I'll just get a metal washer. I'll go down to the hardware store, make the trip, get a metal washer and put on there. But for now, that's got it. I ended up having to be a little creative with it, but there's no way I could have handled that not covering that side of the thing there. It was just bothering me because, you know, I'm a little bit OCD, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. So I couldn't handle that. You know, those of us on the spectrum have to be extra creative when we do stuff sometimes. And this is one of those cases. But now that it's on there, it's looking pretty good. I can't say that I hate it. I like it way better than the stock shifter. Just didn't care for that shifter. Now, I know this is going to be very cold in the winter and very hot in the summer. But you know what? Get yourself some driving gloves. Or, better yet, just suffer. Because sometimes you got to suffer for fashion. And this looks a lot better. I can still go into reverse too. So that's a good thing. Just to be extra careful and make sure it doesn't slip any, I'm going to put a little temporary thread lock on it. Not the permanent kind. It won't make it to where I can't ever get it off. It'll just make it to where it's hard to get off, which it should be. Meaning I'll probably have to destroy it if I ever take it off because I'll have to get it with some pliers or something. But that will be fine with me. As long as it's on there and on there solid. All right, now for those of you paying attention, don't panic. Because you might go, oh, that's red thread lock. Oh my God, that's never coming off. It will. Plus, this is not the threadlock brand threadlock. This is what comes with your sights when you buy a handgun. So it's a little bit less because you got to be able to get your sights out eventually. So it'll put about where you need about 125, 150 pounds of pressure to get it off. But that will make it pretty perfect. So there, we are completed, and it looks really good. And I hope it does because, like I said, it's going to be a pain to get it off.